Hello, this is the Animation Fanatic, back here again with another video. Now, I've said earlier that I was going to do a review of The Hunger Games, and while I saw it almost 2 weeks ago, it's fairly fresh in my mind. I speak of The Hunger Games Catching Fire. But before I do a review where I talk about the movie in detail, I guess I should do a non-spoiler review for those of you who haven't seen it, and recommend it for you for those of you who want to go see it. Anyway, a fairly basic plot is that this is the sequel to the previous film. Katniss Everdeen has to go on a victory tour in order to show her off to the districts and prove to the districts the power of President Snow. However, there are rumblings of revolution, and nobody knows quite what is going to happen to the victors or to the capital. Now, what can I say about this movie? It's great. It's a very great movie. The director has changed, and so has the tone and the focus. No, not the tone, but the focus of other things. Less emphasis is placed on the fighting, and more on the psychology and the lives of the characters. It's conveyed across very well, especially when compared to the book. In the book, Katniss thinks about a lot of things, and in the movie, a lot of that has to be shown instead of told, and it does it very well. Jennifer Lawrence portrays Katniss again very brilliantly, and all of the other actors are at top notch, some even exceeding Jennifer Lawrence, I would say. Everybody gives an improved performance in this one, from Effie Trinket to Donald Sutherland as President Snow, and everybody just comes across as like, wow, they're really doing go hard or go home. Things are changed from the book, so if you're a book fanatic and don't want anything to be changed, you might not be quite happy. However, in my personal opinion, the things that are changed are actually more effective to the story, and I found myself actually liking this movie in a lot of points, actually most points, more than I did the book. Now, I enjoyed the book, but I think the movie managed to change things so that it came across quite better. This almost reminds me of the Pillars of the Earth miniseries, which changed several things from the book. And while I do again enjoy the book, I think the miniseries actually managed to be just as good while changing a lot of different things and plot points. But anyway, this isn't about Pillars of the Earth. This is about The Hunger Games. The effects are very nice and very cool to look at. The environments that they go into are really interesting, and a lot of the little things are also cool to look at. It's fun to see how the world that they live in is very 1950s or 40ish, and yet they have all of this high technology and really cool stuff. It really emphasizes the poverty of the districts when they have tech and clothing that looks like it could have come from back in the 40s and 50s. Yet they have other tech and clothing that looks like it's from the future, from our time. It's really a weird juxtaposition, and it's very interesting to look at. The other tributes are also well played, with everybody doing their best, and everybody really making the characters from the book come alive. This was a good thing from the first movie, and it's carried on into this one. I don't know really what else I can say other than this is a very good movie, an improvement over the sequel, and I await eagerly for the third and fourth movie, as Mockingjay will be split into 2 parts. However, now we know that the franchise has to overcome that mega hurdle that a lot of other franchises have had to overcome, the dreaded third and fourth movie. A lot of different franchises, for example, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Shrek franchise, and even Star Wars, have had a habit of making a good... Oh yes, and Christopher Nolan's Batman have had a habit of making an interesting, effective first movie, an even better a great second movie, and a disappointing and even bad third movie. Although I do enjoy the Return of the Jedi, and I know a lot of people now, looking back, realize that it's a very good movie. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I hope the director is not afraid to change things and to edit and to also do different things and mix stuff up from the book. And I also hope that the actors continue to give these grade A+ performances. Anyway, a spoiler review to come next time.